On the show, in Wheelspin, we drive the soon-to-be launched Jeep Grand Cherokee. In Wheelspin, we get in behind the wheels of the Mercedes C-Class, the Special Edition C. And on the road, we drive the Fiat Linea to Pondicherry. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee here, and the good news is that this is on its way into India. Fiat Chrysler will launch it sometimes early next year, and the Grand Cherokee here defines everything that the concept of Jeep stands for. Big, powerful, muscular and even rugged. I'm sure many of you out there are just waiting to lay your hands on this, and now it's time for me to get in behind the wheel. Grand Cherokee has become an iconic brand in its native America, and as it comes to India, it will bring the same formidable reputation that it has for many years. A vehicle which is a true terrain buster and will carry you anywhere without much fuss. And it is this reputation which will put the Grand Cherokee on top of the priority list for many looking for a rugged vehicle which shouts tough from the rooftop. And the Grand Cherokee is big too, with a wheelbase of 2,915mm and enough space to make the Mumbai living rooms look like miniatures. And it is packed with gizmos also. Cherokee is actually as usable on an everyday basis as any premium car you can buy. And then if you marry all the features and the bells and whistles to a 4x4 with a high ground clearance, it instantly transforms itself into a Jeep. And that's what the Grand Cherokee is all about. But the reason you will buy this is not your desire to off-road, but to boost your image. And that this Grand Cherokee will do for you with ease. The Grand Cherokee is all about driving a brute, but with loads of refinement and polish. The interiors are well crafted and look classy. At over 4.8 meters in length, she offers generous space inside. The Grand Cherokee gives you the feeling that you have arrived in life, and that includes a commanding driving position. If you thought that the speed breakers on Indian roads are insurmountable, then think once again, because this car comes with what is called the Quadra airlift suspension, which in simple English means that if I press the button here, the ride height of the car increases, which in turn means that I can not only off-road more effectively, but also I don't need to be afraid of those silly speed breakers anymore. The Grand Cherokee might have evolved over the years, but essentially at heart she still remains an off-roader. Armed with a 4x4, a high ground clearance and 20-inch wheels, she is ready to go terrain busting. The Grand Cherokee is powered by a 3-liter V6 common rail turbo diesel unit, which churns out about 570 Newton meters of torque, and this really comes in handy when you go off-roading. For the highway, it has a very useful 240 bhp on the tap. This modern-day Grand Cherokee has gone way beyond the concept of just being a simple off-roader. This is as much loaded as any other SUV you can find in the market today, and all the features that money can buy. Let me talk about a few. Heated steering wheel, heated seats which are electrically adjustable, a navigational system with a touchscreen, an electric sunroof. As I said, it has everything that you might need in a car. But what sets this apart is this logo here, the Jeep branding, which gives it an iconic stature. And it says very proudly here, since 1941. And that's a lot of history behind the car. The interiors of the Grand Cherokee is spacious and filled with all conceivable features. Grand Cherokee will be in the showrooms early next year, and I'm sure it will have a few eager buyers because after all it's a machine which truly defines the spirit of Jeep and outdoors, and this is where it remains a bit different from any other SUV. The Grand Cherokee has evolved over time into becoming refined and sophisticated and a bit like a sedan, while the other SUVs are more like sedans converted into off-roaders. The Grand Cherokee at heart remains an off-roader and a machine you are sure to aspire for. I'm sure there are many people in India who would like to park one of these in their garage. The Grand Cherokee is really well made, it's comfortable and meets all the requirements of a true off-roader. And on top of that, she sports this legendary Jeep badging. But what just might act as a speed breaker in your mad rush to the Fiat Chrysler showroom is the fact that the company is planning to bring this as a CBU, or a completely built-up unit as they call it, which in turn means that the car will be priced around rupees 50 lakhs. And if this doesn't dampen your spirit, I'm sure you're ready to acquire one.
In 1970, Janis Joplin, the late great legendary folk singer, wrote a song praying to the Lord to please buy her a Mercedes-Benz. However, it was in 1982, almost a century after Mercedes had launched their first automobile, that the universally but not officially dubbed compact class car, the 190, was introduced to the world. It was in 1993, however, with the introduction of the second generation of the compact class car, that the C-Class name was officially introduced. Now, designed to appeal to a wider and younger audience, the C-Class became an instant hit because of its affordable cost and, of course, the lure of the three-pointed star. In fact, it became so popular that it has sold 10 million cars worldwide since the global debut of the first compact class, the 190, or the well-known Baby Benz. And to celebrate this event, Mercedes-Benz India has introduced a special edition of the C-Class known as the Edition C. It is loaded with features and options that distinguish it from the ordinary C-Class, making it a truly desirable option if you can manage to get your hands on one. You see, this is a limited edition model with only 500 cars available for sale in the Indian market. The Edition C boasts of a distinctively sporty and stylish exterior complemented by a luxurious interior and high-quality equipment to add to its desirable factor. The interiors of the Edition C have been spruced up to match its dynamic and exciting exterior. Here we get the AMG style sports seats, which are draped with the Artico and Dinamica microfiber material and the special one-off contrast stitching in blue and grey. Now, the same theme is carried over to the door side panels, but what I really like is the use of this brushed aluminium trim, which carries on to the center console, giving the car a very nice and uniform theme. The steering wheel itself, well, it's 3-spoke and draped with Napa leather and this exposed stitching, which further highlights the sporty intent of this car. Besides the luxury bits, the C-Class has always been way ahead in its segment where safety features are concerned. It has numerous driving assistance systems like acceleration skid control, brake assist system, electronic stability program, and attention assist drowsiness detection, which warns drivers to prevent them falling asleep momentarily while driving. It will prompt them to take a break before it's too late. Along with this, there are also 6 airbags which provide comprehensive level of support and protection for the driver and passengers. We also get a sunroof with moonroof as standard equipment, which really does add to the oomph factor of this limited edition model. The Edition C is basically a C220 CDI mechanically. It is powered by a 2143cc engine which belts out about 167 horsepower and get this, about 400 Nm of torque from as low as 1400 RPM. Add to this the 7G-tronic or 7-speed automatic gearbox and you're in for some peppy driving fun. Thanks largely due to the fact that the huge amount of torque is developed relatively low in the RPM band. The Edition C also has an enhanced telematics and multimedia center which features a 11.4 cm multifunctional color display in the instrument cluster. All the functions such as audio control, Bluetooth telephony, system settings of the car can be viewed and controlled from here. GPS-aided satellite navigation with the latest maps now features as standard equipment in the Edition C, which really does help in getting anywhere from anywhere. I honestly like it when a special limited edition variant of a particular model is introduced, as the word special, it imbibes certain qualities that are totally lacking in the normal car. The Edition C, however, well, the changes and upgrades have been designed to enhance the visual appeal of the car besides providing some extra creature comforts and features. Me, on the other hand, well, I would have liked some adrenaline pumping upgrades to the package as well. But maybe that's just the boy racer in me talking, and maybe I'm just too greedy.
We are on our way once again, and this time we set out from Chennai. Our first stop after arriving in Chennai was the Fiat showroom to pick up our steed for the drive, the Fiat Linea. Fiat has been on an expansion mode and quickly setting up dealerships across the country, and in recent times has significantly increased its market presence. This is easily one of the most recognizable beaches in South India, the Marina Beach in Chennai. It means different things to different people. For some, it's a place for their morning walk. For some, it's just a place to laze around. And for some, it's a place where they sit and gaze at the sea. Whatever it is, it provides a much-needed relaxing place for the people of Chennai. But now I am on my way to another very interesting place, a place which is full of beaches, a place which has a lot of history, and a place which is known for its architecture and quiet and serenity, a place which is just as well known as Chennai. I am on my way to Pondicherry. Finally managed to get out of the early morning stop and go traffic of the Chennai city, and now I'm on this beautiful stretch of road called the East Coast Road, or the ECR in short. The road is really nice and smooth, and it's also very scenic with the sea accompanying me on one side, and it's a lovely view from here. I'm driving the Fiat Linea, but this is the one with the petrol engine, the 1.4-litre TZ. It churns out about 114 PS's peak power, and it's quite refined and smooth to drive on the highway. According to ARI certification, I should get over 15 kilometers to a litre in terms of fuel efficiency, and that I hope should save me some money on this trip. I've just made it to Pondicherry and now I'm about to enter the city. It took me a little over 4 hours from Chennai, but the drive has been really enjoyable and now I'm all set to explore Pondicherry. This, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful places in Pondicherry. On one side is the sea, the Bay of Bengal, and the other is the old French quarters. It's really nice to be here, take a walk, sit down, gaze at the sea, or just have coffee by the seaside. It's the most enjoyable place in Pondicherry, in my opinion. Pondicherry has been derived from the Tamil word Puducherry, meaning the new settlement. It was a French settlement that comprised of Pondicherry, Yanam, Karaikal and Mahe, making it an unique union territory where different districts fall under different states. Pondicherry is the capital and is situated in the state of Tamil Nadu at a distance of around 200 kilometers from Chennai, while Karaikal is also a part of Tamil Nadu. Mahe is located in Kerala and Yanam is in Andhra Pradesh. There is a strong influence of French culture on Pondicherry town, especially on its architecture, a result of the centuries-old relation this place had with France. Pondicherry is still one of those places which has retained its old world charm long after the Brits and the French have gone. Its beautiful tree-lined streets, houses which are half a century old, and streets which are empty, and it's possible to walk down one of these without the risk of getting run over, and that's something which is unusual for a place like India. Pondicherry is one place which blends beautifully history with modernity. It's possible to find old colonial structures in one part of the town, while the other is new and sports modern glass buildings. But the pace of life in Pondicherry is slow and relaxing, with friendly people who still find time to take walks along the beach and enjoy a relaxed cup of coffee in one of the tree-lined avenues. The streets continue to be quiet and serene with quaint buildings from the past and French name for the roads and the avenues. And cycling is still a way of life here. People from many parts of the world still find Pondicherry an attractive place to spend their vacations in. Pondicherry was a French colony but became a part of the Indian Union in the early 1950s, with the French voluntarily relinquishing control. Today, Pondicherry is more famous because of its connection with Sri Aurobindo, who selected this peaceful and quiet place to make his abode in the second decade of the 20th century and remained here until his death. I'm just about to enter Auroville, the ashram founded by Sri Aurobindo. It's not only the largest and the wealthiest ashram in India, but it is also founded on different principles of love, tolerance and universal brotherhood. And inside there are people living from 60 countries across the globe. I'm going to walk in and take a look. The heart of Pondicherry is Auroville, the ashram which was established in the second decade of the last century, and today houses people of different nationalities, religion and creed. And the universal message here is simple: tolerance, love and harmony. Something that a vast majority of humanity has always been striving for. But in this quiet and secluded place, it seems very possible that you will discover this for yourself if you spend time here. The main center here is the Matri Mandir, which attracts people from all over the world. This vast stretch of land, which was a wasteland, has been converted into a green belt thanks to the efforts of the people in the ashram. Pondicherry is situated along the coastline, so it's no surprise that it is dotted with fishermen villages and beautiful beaches. And if you move slightly out of the city of Pondicherry, you are likely to find beaches like this, beautiful and secluded. And you can have the beach all to yourself for the rest of the day. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. The most popular destination are the 4 beaches in Pondicherry, which are the Promenade Beach, Paradise Beach, the Auroville Beach and the Serenity Beach. But if you drive out of Pondicherry, you will find many stretches which have fishermen villages with an accompanying beach and a place to spend a lazy afternoon in. I had a really nice time driving from Chennai to Pondicherry and back. And what I really liked about the drive is the fact that the roads are very nice, it's very scenic, And once you get out of the city of Chennai, it becomes really nice and relaxed. And once you are in Pondicherry, there's plenty to do. Plenty of beaches to laze around in, lots of places to see, nice cuisine, and all this with a dose of spiritualism. So next time you are in Chennai or you are from Chennai, do take a drive to Pondicherry. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. See you on the show next week.